Just as I suspected, there's no one here. We're going fishing. We're going bass fishing. This is Long Lake here. I've been here once before. There's a giant lily pad patch way down on that side. Let's fish in some lily pads with a frog. And the biggest lily pad patch I've ever seen. Holy crap. I've never fished anywhere on that side, and supposedly there are 9-pound bass up in this lake, and lots of bass. So I'll hopefully catch something big today, because I keep catching small fish, or not fish, and that's not ideal for making videos or fishing. All right, let's do this. You guys are so lucky. You get to skip the whole unloading process. The next time you see me, we're gonna be moving to the lake. All right, off we go. So October can be difficult for bass fishing. And I've proven that by having some difficulty out here. But it really shouldn't be, because the bass are supposed to be feeding like crazy right now. They're feeding on bait fish, and they're trying to come out and just bulk up for the winter time. So they're trying to get as big and eat as much as they can before winter. Makes sense? So it comes down to finding where those bait fish are and what the bait fish are. And one of the main things is minnow, and they are a little white fish. They exist out here in these lakes, and that's one of the main things that they're feeding on. If you find the minnow, you'll find the bass. And right now, the minnow are in their spawning time. So they are going to be up in the shallow waters, and they're going to be in the tributaries. And a tributary is where it's what the lake gets fed by. It's like a creek or stream that feeds into the lake, and that should be where I focus my attention. But as for fall bass lures, I went and bought a bunch of them. This is not one of them, but it was just too cool and fun. I can't imagine a bass ever eating this, so I had to get it. So I will be throwing this at some point. Probably not today, it seems pretty windy. If it dies down, maybe I'll try it, but I will be trying this at some point. This is one of the #1 lures I have found for fall bass fishing. Never used one. It's called buzzbait. This guy is gonna go across the water like this with his blade spinning across the top, and that blade is gonna make a whole bunch of ruckus sounds and looks like a big school of bait fish kind of blowing up on the water. The bass will come up and then just chomp down on that guy there. So we have that. We're gonna try that today. I got another spinner bait. Also, I have a deeper diving, smaller crankbait it looks just like a little shad. You know, look at that thing. That looks awesome. And then I picked up some more jigs. I'm gonna go to that side. Let's go over there. We'll start on the opposite side of the lake. Here we go, guys. We're gonna begin some bass fishing. We'll see if all these bass lure recommendations actually work for me. This is just a crazy new thing. What a crazy lure. Should we just chuck it right in there? We're making our way down to the tributary. Take a look at this map. We're getting closer. This whole area in here is just gonna be, this will be it. I feel super certain of that. I wonder how far up the creek we can go. You always start with the bigger, louder bait and you work your way down. That's what you want to do. This is my biggest, loudest bait right now, so we're gonna use it first. And then we will try the spinner bait. We'll switch it up. This is probably a pretty heavily pressured spot, but I bet if I work my way down a little bit, that'll change. Try to be as stealthy as possible. Don't want to scare all these fish away. Whoa. Wasn't ready for that. How big of a fish was that? That looked like a good one. that? Whew, heart's racing. I know what I gotta do. Unfortunately, we gotta take that off of there, and we gotta move to the frog. I need something that's more weedless and something that I can move a little slower. This is definitely where they are. Oh my god, my heart's racing. That's a big fish. Looks like there's a bridge up there. I can't get too much further, but we can get up here a little bit. Damn, we're up in it, huh? Aren't we? Oh. I mean, I could get around that, you know? Do we do it? Do we just see where this freaking... Ooh, this is fun. We're on a real adventure now. Yeah, we can get around that. Easy peasy. Can't do this in a bass boat. There's a low bridge right there. We'll see if we can get past it. There's some ducks. Oh my god, I can get around that way. I haven't already scared every fish in town out of here. I'm just checking. Okay. Let's keep going. This is crazy. Yeah, it's a low bridge right there, but we can definitely maybe squeeze through this side. Maybe. Four-wheel drive. I can tell I'm the only one to ever come back here with those branches in the way. What's up, ducks? Man, these ducks don't give a shoot. Make sure I'm not getting snagged on anything. I'm gonna get just a little bit further so I can get past these branches here, but according to everything I've read, this could not be a better spot to be right now. This is where the bass should be. So let's, oh, it's pretty deep back here too. This is good. We'll whip that frog down there. And we'll just do a few retrieves. They should be in here. Too cool. If you rolled up to this spot right here, how many casts would you do before you moved forward? This is interesting. I mean, according to what I read, this is where I'm supposed to be. I don't think any bass would have kind of gone over that dam under there. Seems like a little bit of a stretch. What to do? I should probably at least throw the frog in there. I don't see any bait fish either. I don't see anything in here. But we'll see if we can get... I mean, I don't know what happens if I catch something over there. Ew, slimy. That was way grosser than I thought it would be. I'll see about getting that frog into that little body of water over there. We'll have to do a little overhand cast action here. Nice. All right, well, I'm not convinced on this. I think it's time to turn back around. We will definitely fish our way back, though. Darn, I was expecting a lot. Nothing but a couple ducks that don't give a shit about me. What's up, ducks? You guys back here chilling? You can go do your thing. I want to go that way. You want to? It's fine. Yeah. Oh. All right. Time to get through the difficult part. Oh, it's such a shame that we missed the one, you know? Wasn't that brutal? That would have been a big fish. That was a big, 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 big blow up. Yeah, we'll fish along this, come back around. We'll do a few circles, maybe trying different lures, different baits, but we'll try to stay up shallow. I think we'll fish this little spot. Maybe we just go back and hide from the wind for a bit, because this will be too windy. I brought all my rain gear and have it up front, but I don't really want to do any of that today. Freaking beautiful day to be fishing. I know it's not sunny, but there's no one out here. It's a nice fall day. Might make myself some coffee in a little bit, make myself something hot to eat, catch a giant bass. So, a while back, I had a video and a time when I went out fishing at Buck Lake. And I was fishing along, and the Fish and Wildlife showed up. And they said, "What are you doing? Get out of here."
Attention fishermen. Fishing is closed at Buck Lake.
And I said, "Oh crap, I didn't know." I had assumed that like bass fishing was something you could do year round. Turns out, not an assumption you should make. And a lot of the lakes here in Washington are closed to fishing parts of the year. And the Fish and Wildlife guy told me to get the Fish Washington app. And this is the app here. I checked like probably 3 times before I came here. I just wanted to see if they had any bathrooms open. On the Kitsap County Park site, it says on here, they're closed. There is no restroom to use down there at the park, whatever. But I scrolled down and saw the fishing and boating. And this is not something that was on the Fish Washington app. Fishing is allowed on the lake between April 1st and September 30th. And it is October something. So I am once again fishing where I shouldn't be fishing. But I think I'm gonna just go ahead and call it. So we're gonna head back to Island Lake. A benefit to going back to Island Lake is one, I should be able to hide from the wind a little bit. I also have a few other lures, that new crankbait I really wanna use. I'm feeling a little confused because I remember when I got stopped by Fish and Wildlife, he told me that the year-round lakes, he said the best ones, he included Long Lake. I remember. I'll put the clip on right now.
The year-round lakes around here that most people are going to fish at are either going to be Kitsap Lake,
Yeah.
Long Lake,
Yeah.
Island Lake,
Gotcha.
or Y Lake.
Gotcha.
And those are kind of the 4 big year-round ones that they continuously stock.
But yeah, now I'm seeing that the parks thing says I'm not supposed to be here. I'm going to find out officially if I'm actually allowed to be out here when I get home. But for now, we'll go ahead and call it. I'm going to march my way back against the wind here. It's going to take me a while. I feel like I'm going to get a little wet, but whatever. Ooh, that's a big wave. Whoa. Brings me back to that time I got stuck out in that storm. Woo! Tough it out for 1 second. God damn. Good thing I put the rain gear on. That was a crazy day. That was a cool video. Getting soaked. All right, made it back. That was crazy. All right, let's get packed up. Go find a spot to wash off the kayak. Whew. A lot of work. A lot of work. Let's do this. Let's go to another lake, one that we're allowed to be at. It's Island Lake, the one I know best, my home lake, and we're gonna go there. And the wind is gonna hopefully have died down, and we're gonna catch something today. We're gonna do it, I swear. All right, I'll see you guys there. All right, back at Island Lake. Gonna make something happen. I stopped and got something at the store on my way here. It's the first time I've ever gone in the Sportsman's Warehouse and not spent an hour in there. I just went in there recently and I was like, I'm just gonna grab a couple lures, you know, the stuff I was using this morning. And yeah, I left and I was like, man, how long was I there? I was there for an hour. So easy to do. But I got my magic weapon. It'll ensure that a bass happens today. This is so much nicer. I'm glad I did this. This was the right call. For a lot of reasons. All right, here we go. Time for the secret weapon. Trophy bass spray. I am convinced that scents are important this time of year. I'm convinced this works. Just wait. Oh, I finally got one. Just a little guy. Jesus. Well, finally got one. Damn. Well, I had one. Apparently this is where they are. Well, I'm learning how to fish the jig. That's good. Definitely starting to get it figured out. And I think I've kind of found the fish. The funny thing is I never fish over here because usually they're not over here. Tiny ass fish. Well, a bass is a bass. There's another. I ripped off both of my craw legs. We're gonna have to put a new one on. Definitely a downside to these craws is they are so fragile. I'm going through so many of them. But I'll be honest, when I'm catching fish, I don't care. They are all out here and they are feeding like goddamn crazy. Getting bit again. Unreal. See that? It's just a little something. They'll fight over it. Maybe a bigger one will. There's another. Come on, there's gotta be a big one in here somewhere, right? Getting bit again. There's nothing better than when you reel it in and you still have both of your freaking craws on there. Craw claws. I think we've drifted away from the spot. It's up here about 50 feet. Getting bit again. Damn. I thought jigs were supposed to catch big fish. What's going on? You're not a big fish. Damn, it's a workout fishing with a jig like this. My hands are blowing up. All right, well, that was fun. Went from catching nothing all day and it just being kind of a bit of a bust to having bites and catching a bass on like every single cast. That was unbelievable. I don't know if that's just because that's where they all were, or maybe they were just biting like crazy for a bit because of the weather, or I just caught more fish on a jig in 1 hour than I have my entire time of bass fishing. But yeah, they were ripping the claws off my freaking poor little guy. I just went through so many of those. Those soft plastics are insanely delicate. Too delicate. Everyone swears by the Rage Claws being the best, and yeah, they did just kick some butt right there, but God, I went through like 4 of them. Whoa. Had to have been a trout. Had to have been a trout. There's no way a bass would have jumped up and got that thing that fast. What am I on? Is this a... It's not a trout, is it? Oh, it's a bass. Sweet. I think that's... Are you the biggest one of the day? Still small, but... I gotta stop fishing. I gotta go home, but... My God. Alright, that was an awesome day. I'm really curious about what exactly it was that caused that little feeding frenzy that was going on out there. Maybe that's just where they are. It's not a typical spot where I'm usually fishing. Definitely where I'll be fishing next time I come out. It would have been nice to catch some bigger ones. I know there's some bigger bass in this lake. I've caught some 3s out here. I know there's some 4s and 5s and a rumored 6 that I saw on the... posted up on the wall at Sportsman's Warehouse. But that'll be for the next video. Thanks for watching.